It has been over a year since the continent's first case of Covid-19, but the far-reaching effect of the pandemic remains a nightmare for education systems. While the impact of Covid-19 was felt on global education, the hardest hit regions are those with less robust education systems, such as sub-Saharan Africa.
We need to start with the teachers. We need to equip our teachers. We need to capacitate our teachers to be at a certain level for them to compete globally. Then if our teachers are now competing globally, it will be easier for them to pass down that knowledge to the students and for our students to then compete globally.
So there is need to reflect very deeply.
However, African experts on education explain the need for government in the region to reform their school systems and ensure it reflects the needs and aspirations of the society in the 21st century.
Our children have not been in school for years, or for months, and have missed out on useful time at school. Maybe it is time to reflect and harmonize our school curriculum as well as our school calendar so that we are in tandem with the rest of the world. I know several Ugandan children who are supposed to join UK universities who cannot join them and have to wait for one more year just because the school calendar aren't aligned.
COVID taught Africa the new way of learning and that technology plays a tremendous role in the quality of education. But besides the need to improve on technology, focus must be on other modalities that work for the continent.
In addition to turning to the emergency remote online learning, countries have used use of traditional media platforms such as the televisions and radio stations. And those had been happening before to some degree that there was a waning in terms of how those facilities were used. But now we saw that with children being at home and some of them not having access to digital facilities, there was sort of like a boost of the use of radio and television. So those resources that are in place currently, that's a resource that can definitely be fully utilized or better utilized going forward.
Financing the African education system through massive budget allocation should be the bedrock of improving the sector.
We budgeted about 25% of our 2021 budget towards education. So, and that's the highest, that's the sector that has the highest amount. So it's extremely important that other states try to follow suit.
Although COVID-19 has had an adverse effect on education, just like it did to other sectors of the economy, it could also be a blessing in disguise and a wake-up call for sub-Saharan Africa's education system. Omolola Ololade reporting for News Central TV.